little pencil left there. I might just hit that one last try. Let's test it again. Okay, so trying this corner. And that's going in pretty well now. Yeah, I think this is ready to go. It's funny, every time I'm teaching a student and they're trying one of these, you know, they're going like this, and they're saying, oh no, it's too tight, it won't go. And then I say, let me try, and then suddenly I'm going way deeper. All it is that they're not holding it straight, they're twisting it like this. So of course the corner really catches on the wall of the mortise, and they think they're tight and they're not. Really what you want to do is lower it in like this, pretty much under its own weight, so that it stays straight. And then you can kind of just push down and see what happens. All right, let's give this one a try. Okay, now here's a situation where, well, I think it might go now. What I was going to say is, based on how the cheeks felt, I do believe I'm done. If it's super tight, the edges might be just a bit on the tight side, or I might want to just re-inspect the corners of the mortise. When I cleaned those up earlier, maybe I missed a spot. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's taking a lot of effort, but with this kind of joint, the tighter the better, really. So, as long as you got it in under your own hand power, that's the perfect fit of this joint. All right, take our wedges. Got one in here, and one over here. All right. And then we start to tap them down. It doesn't take that much force. I'll try to do each side equally if you can. So you're watching the outside here. Now when you hear that deeper sound, clearly you're fully spread out. You force it, you might break something or split the tenon piece. I think that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. And the thing is, the shoulder will only be as tight as it is right now. Ideally, you'd be gluing two joints at once. You would clamp super tight so both shoulders are really, really good, and then do the wedging on both ends. At that point, you almost don't need the clamps anymore. Okay, I'm gonna go get a putty knife, clean up a bit of that glue. All the rest will be sliced off after it dries. Okay, so we got that wedge out of there. Now in general, I don't recommend cutting with a saw like this across a part, especially a narrow one, because what I'm worried about is you might bend the saw this way by mistake, and that'll hack the corners away. Okay, the problem is I'm having tremendous difficulty going this way. The surface area I'm cutting all at once is a lot, and it's really binding, so I think I'll go at least on a slight diagonal. Do a shorter stroke like this. Try it on the other side. Okay. Yeah, see, it just kind of popped off there all of a sudden, unexpectedly, so always got to watch where your other hand is. Okay, so let's take a look at it now with some paint thinner, just to see the beautiful color contrast. All right, let's see how it looks here. It's actually hard to believe that this is cherry, and so is this. First of all, this cherry is not aged very much. So it's a light color. It will get much, much darker over time. But that's how much darker end grain is, even in the same species, compared to long grain. But what we've got here is we've got the maple plugs, or wedges. This will darken quite significantly, but this will always be darker. The maple will barely darken at all over time, so the contrast will get even nicer over time.